Yes, good morning, students. How are you all? Today we are going to talk about communication blockers. See, communication is a process when a sender encodes a message and sends it through a medium to the receiver who decodes the message. Okay, communication is fruitful only if the messages sent by the sender are understood with same meaning by the receiver, right? If any kind of disturbance blocks any step of communication, the message will be ruined. Okay, an effective communication is the one in which a sender sends a message to a receiver who is able to comprehend it. Anything that interferes with any of these elements is a barrier to communication. Therefore, a communication barrier is something that breaks the communication cycle, as a result impeding the course of communication. So if you are unable to communicate what you think and what you want, you will not be much successful in getting your work done in a corporate environment. Okay, therefore it is necessary for you to get to know what the communication barriers are, so you can avoid them if you intentionally or unintentionally practice them at the moment. So common communication blockers, see, first, accusing and blaming are the most destructive forms of communication. When accusing of the person feels that you assume he or she is guilty even without hearing their side of the story. Okay, so never accuse or blame unless it is highly required to address certain exceptional issues in a cooperative environment. Accusing and blaming should not take place at all. Okay, so accusing, okay, it comes under common communication blockers. Okay, second thing is that judging is one of the blockers that prevent the information flow of communication. As an example, if one person is suspecting that you judge him or her, he or she will not open up to you and tell you all what they want to tell you, right? So instead, they will tell you what they think is safe to tell you. Make sure that you don't judge people when you communicate with them. Judging makes others feel that one person is on a higher level than the rest, right? It's very right. Judging makes others feel that one person is on a higher level than the rest. Okay. Next, insulting. Insulting takes you nowhere in communication. Do you like to be insulted by someone else? Do you like to be insulted by someone else? Therefore, you should not insult another person regardless of how tempered you are or how wrong you think others are. So there are many ways of managing your temper other than insulting others. Insulting does not provide you any information you require. Okay. Next, diagnosis. If you are to diagnose something said by another person, think twice before actually doing. If you diagnose something, you should be having more expertise than the person who originally related to the communication. When you try to diagnose something without a proper background to do so, others understand as if you are trying to show your expertise over the other person. This is communication blocker, and other person may be reluctant to provide you all the information he or she has. Sarcasm. In order to have efficient communication, you need to show respect to others. If you show no respect, you get no information. This is exactly what sarcasm does. If you become sarcastic towards a person, that person will surely hold back a lot of valuable information that is important to you. Showing your sense of humor is one thing and sarcasm is another. Okay, so friends, actually there are several barriers that affect the flow of communication. These barriers interrupt the flow of communication from the sender to the receiver. Okay. thus making communication ineffective. There can be many barriers to communication. Language can be a barrier. If the receiver does not understand the language of the sender, it's a barrier. A technological breakdown also cause the barriers such as the computer failure, viruses, and crashes. Okay, so friends, if we talk about electronic communication such as radio, television, static or a weak signal can be a barrier. A bad receiver antenna can be a barrier as well. In short, anything that interferes with a signal sent to a receiver is a barrier to communication, right? Now let's talk about globalizing. Don't use words such as always or never. These make the parties involved in the discussion uncomfortable, as well as it gives the notion of negativity. Try to avoid such globalizing words and try to focus on the issue in hand. Next, threats or orders. See, understanding what other person says is the key for a successful outcome from communication. Overpowering rather than understanding the person has many negative consequences when it comes to communication. With threats and orders, there is only one way communication and nothing collaborative will take place. Therefore, it is necessary for you to avoid threats or orders when communicating. Next, let's talk about interrupting. See, interrupting is a good thing when you want to get something just said clarified. But most of the times, people interrupt another person to express their own views and to oppose what has been said. When such interruptions take place, the person who talks may feel that you are no longer interested in what they are saying. Therefore, interrupt when it is really necessary and only to get things clarified. See, moreover, emotions can cause people to not to be respective to the words of another person. If the words are understood, that is a barrier. Further ineffective communication causes conflict, defensiveness, and worsens relationships. Common reactions to ineffective communication are that people are more likely to either argue with an ineffective communication or might just become unrespective emotionally. So friends, now let's talk about changing the subject. If the other person is keen on talking about something, changing the subject by you might result in some issues in communication. Changing subject in the middle of some discussion can be understood as your lack of interest on the subject as well as your unwillingness to pay attention. This may result in unproductive and ineffective communication outcomes. Next, calling for reassurance. Sometimes we tend to do this when one person is telling you something, you try to get the reassurance for what has been said from others. This behavior makes the first person uncomfortable and it is an indication that you do not believe or trust what the person says. If you need a reassurance of what has been said, it in if you need a reassurance of what has been said, do it in a more private manner after the discussion or conversation is over. Okay, so these are common communication blockers. Okay, first, accusing, we discussed, judging, insulting, diagnosis, sarcasm, globalizing, threats or orders, interrupting, changing the subject, calling for reassurance, okay, etc. See, when we talk about barriers in communication, the skill of communication barriers to communication, professional communication, interpersonal communication are methods to improve it. So uh, we shall start the barriers to communication. Okay, and we need to identify noise. Noise is anything that gets in the way of effective communication and blocks or distorts the masses. It is any random or persistent. Okay, so let's jump to conclusion now. See, communication barriers are the ones you should always avoid. If you are a manager of a business organization, you should know each and every communication barrier and remove them from corporate culture. Encourage others to avoid communication barriers by educating them. With communication barriers, neither the management nor employees will be able to achieve what they want. Okay, so friends, poor workplace communication usually results in damage which could either be long term or short term damage. This damage can be categorized in three areas as lost time and effort, stress, and missed opportunity. The barriers will reduce productivity within a firm. Therefore, barriers to communication hinder the development and maintenance of any healthy relationships, both at home and at work. They can cause suffering to both the sender and recipient of ineffective communication. So, friends, we discussed the barriers to communication, right? Or communication blockers. Okay, I hope you must have got knowledge. Thank you very much.